Hi folks, just recovering from a bout of gastric flu. It was rubbish. Yes, so I'm feeling a bit drained, like I drank a bottle of Drano or Domestos. But, anyway, I was going to do a review, so I'm going to do it now. Yes. It is a review of the Gretch G2220 Electromatic short scale bass. I think I got that right. It's a big mouthful. I think it's actually Electromatic Junior Jet short scale bass. I think that's the full name of it. Gretch and their funny names for basses. But notwithstanding, I thought, you know, I'm going to give this a little shot, do a quick setup on it, we'll have a look at it on the bench, and then we'll have a play at it through maybe both the crap bass amp and through the desk, and let's see what Gretch have to offer in this field. It does look good, but anyway, let's go. And here it is. Isn't it a cute looking bugger? It's really quite cute. Features a standard Fender light bridge right here. But the overall aesthetic of it, I like. I like single cutout guitars myself, just personally. It's got grubby paw prints all over it already, and the pick guard is completely scratched up after about, I would say, 2 hours of playing this. You know how I am with slappity pappity. So I'm going to look to see if they offer, you know, replacement pick guards and stuff. So you can put one on when you're not using it, and then take the new one off and put the old one on when you're playing it. So, you know, it doesn't... Sorry about the AC, by the way. It's very hot in Florida right now, so... Yeah, so these are the strings I got directly from the distributor. They are 35s to 95s, and I don't normally play a gauge larger than 30 to 90 because I've got small hands and all that crap that I've told you before. But I do like the overall aesthetic of this bass. It is somewhat retro, like Gretch usually does. Polish this up. I've still kept the plastic protective crap on it, you know, so I don't scuff the whole lot. Maybe this has, no, it doesn't. What a shame. And the truss rod cover also has the plastic protective stuff on it. When you buy things new, you know, that sort of stuff. I don't like putting that stuff on it. I take it off and then ship it. That's what I do. Anyway, with my own stuff. So yeah, as you can see. Or maybe you can't really from this angle, but it's a 30.3 inch scale bass. So it's short scale. And let's go over some of the specifications of it, shall we? Okay, the body. It's the body. According to Gretch's site, the body shape is jet. Jet. I don't know what they mean by that. It doesn't look like a jet to me, but that's their promo. Now, what's the body wood? Well, the body wood looks like, to me, 3-piece basswood, or basswood, sorry. I'm going to look at the site right now, and it just says body material basswood. Basswood. But I think, you know, it's 3-piece, I can tell. One there, 2 in the middle, and 1 there. So it's 3-piece basswood. Oh, by the way, it retails for $299 US. So I think quite a bargain all in all, but we'll get to that at the end. Okay, the hardware is chrome, as you can see, with the Gretch knobs here. Really nice. Actually, let me zoom in on that. Let me see if I can get zoomed in on the Gretch knobs here. See that? Very nice. It's very pretty. Really quite pretty. And we have pickup select here. We have bridge, pickup, both pickups, neck pickup, and we have volume and tone. So quite simplistic circuit, but that's all most bass players seem to need. I like a lot more onboard control myself, but that's good. Let's zoom back out a bit. Out, Gary, out, yeah. Now these look like dual coil humbuckers, you know, the vintage style. They're not, they're single coil, okay? But they're noiseless, and I'll demonstrate that in a minute. They're noiseless, and they have the nice pickup rings around it and stuff, the vintage look from the 50s and 60s style guitars. Very nice. Let's see what we can say about the neck. The neck itself is maple. You can see there, let me see if I can get that in there. And that's a nice chunk of maple. That's come out of it. That's a really nice chunk of maple there, I think. It's very pretty. And there's a scarf joint in here for some reason. I'm guessing because it's got an angled headstock, like a Gibson, you know, something like that. Let's put this back down again. I'm going to move the camera about a bit annoyingly as I go along. The headstock there, as you can see, has a black finish on the front with the Gretch logo and Electromatic written down there, and it has the mini Schaller type tuning machines on there, which are very good. I like them. They vary in quality. You have to buy really from Schaller to get the best quality, which is what I did with my Falcon Series 2 headstock bass, which was awesome. Let's have a look at the nut now. What does it say about the nut? Nut. Yes, the nut is synthetic bone, which is cool. And the nut width is actually just a hair over the jazz bass nut width. It's 39.8 millimeters, which is about 1.56 inches. So it's a hair over jazz bass width there. The fretboard is made of walnut, which I thought was quite unusual, and it's a good 1/4 inch big thick piece of walnut there. Very nice, really nice indeed. I think the frets, just looking at them, look like medium jumbo. I'm going to check that right now for you. Yes, they are. The frets are medium jumbo, which is also what I use on my basses. It's beautiful. I like it so far. It's got a dual action truss rod in it, which is always very good, having the dual action in there. And let's turn the puppy over. Of course, I already have the shoulder strap on the bass, because I have been playing it. And look at the state of it. That shows you how much I've been playing this. Maybe an indication of how much I think about it. Okay, and the back, of course, it's a bolt-on neck, but there's no neck plate. It's ferrules in there, with the screws going right through, recessed ferrules with the screws going right through into the neck. Beautiful, and the neck does have a gloss finish. I was thinking of maybe sort of scuffing this down with some Scotch-Brite to make it less sticky, because it does get sticky when you play it. I don't know why luthiers insist on finishing basses with a gloss finish neck. It just it doesn't make sense to me. When you get in the heat of the moment, maybe they think bass players just calmly sit in the back and go dong, 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 and their hands don't sweat. But believe me, they do sweat. So look at that. And of course, as you can see, the finish is a fantastic sort of faux tobacco burst. It's really good. You can see the grain filler that's been used has been a very dark grain filler to accentuate. I mean, the grain's black, so it's accentuated. I haven't opened this yet, so I'm going to open the control panel on the body next. Okay, that's the control panel opened, and the first thing, of course, that strikes me about it is there's no shielding. Not one bit of shielding. You can see that wire there is the bridge grounding wire. I like that they left a lot of wire there for the next guy who gets in there to make repairs and stuff. The soldering is decent, very decent. We have the 250k pots here, one with the tone control. Obviously this is a 0.047 microfarad capacitor on there, which is all standard stuff. The whole lot is all standard, but there is not any shielding on this, and it's not conductive. This is actually polyurethane, so the finish is high gloss polyurethane, by the way. I neglected to mention that. But yeah, what I would do is I'd rip all this out, and I would shield, of course, the back of the control plate. I'd shield all this and then put a little shielding tab on there so it makes contact with that. That also makes me think that the shielding, there's no shielding in the pickups either. Now I'm very surprised, because there is next to no noise that comes out of this base electrically, but I did put it up against a magnetic field, an electromagnetic field, RF, and I did get a lot of buzzing from it. So that's the only thing, the only complaint I've got about it so far is the shielding is utterly inadequate, in my opinion. They should spend the extra $2 or $3 it would cost in production to maybe put some conductive paint on here, instead of, conductive paint's much cheaper than copper tape, which is what I use. Just to spray it down with conductive paint and then connect all the cavities together to make a uniform ground. Then you're never going to get any RF leaking into there. So that's a disappointment to me. Like I say, I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to that stuff, but I think that is an oversight. Or maybe it's not, maybe it's just to keep costs down. And at the $300 price tag, I understand that. For a mass-produced base, well, I don't know if they thought it was going to sell well or not. But anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. But the soldering and everything else looks really good. So let's plug it in, and I'll let you know what I found during setup. Awesome. Hey folks, back again with the Gretch G2220 Electromatic Junior Jet short scale bass. Okay. That's the acronym for it. Yeah, so I just did a setup on it, and I wouldn't say pleasantly surprised, I was really surprised. Maybe I got lucky with this one. But the neck was straight as hell, just a very slight back bow in it, so it looked like it had been set up by the distributor. The string height was monstrously high though. But the good news was that the truss rod needed no adjustment. The string height I managed to get down between 3 and 4/64ths of an inch at the 17th fret. I've never, not even out of a Music and Stingray, out of the shop, did I get that. That's incredible to me. So, it was just, I was blown away by that. So the action is very low, and there is no fret buzz at all. The nut relief was perfect also, coming in at 22 thousandths of an inch under the nut, under all the strings, so I couldn't complain about that at all. The frets were crowned and polished correctly, no jaggy edges here at all, and of course I did the cloth test like that with a cloth that will string away if there's any burrs or anything. Nothing there. The intonation, well, I needed to adjust the intonation a little bit, but that was to be expected. But to get the strings down to about 3 to 4/64ths of an inch at the 17th here was just, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Of course, it is a 20 fret bass, like a P bass or a standard P bass, standard jazz bass, so you don't get the 2 octaves and stuff. But that's okay for what it is. I couldn't believe it. That was the setup. And then, of course, the pickup height, I did have to adjust. It's got like 4mm at least. You know, you don't want it higher than that because you'll get buzz off the humbuckers there. So that was, I adjusted the pickups up slightly because they were down too much. Usually they're up too much. Really weird. So, wow, man. I mean, really, very impressed. Very, very impressed. And you know, I mean, for $300, you can't go wrong with this. So far, let's see how it plays, okay? Let's just hold the horses here and let's see how it plays. But so far, very good. For a mass-produced bass, I'm quite impressed. I really am. That's about it for the setup. I mean, you know, it was a breeze to set up. Couldn't be more happy. So, let's go and try it through El Crapo Bass Ampo, shall we? So, hi there. Yeah, it's plugged in. And I'm immediately surprised at the sound. This might be an odd string, but it's got piano quality about it. And I'm using both pickups here with the tone up and the volume up to the max. I have different settings on the amp, on the crap bass amp. But yeah, everything seems to be okay. And let's put on bridge pickup first. Play a bit of slap and see what happens. Yeah, it's actually, the harmonic response is very good too. So even natural and unnatural and, you know, fake harmonics are very good. Yep, pretty good. Let's switch to both pickups and let's try a bit of, let's see. That'll do me. That's amazing. Whoa. Let's put it on the front pickup, see if we get a P bass sort of sound. Yeah, you do. Wow. Just noticed something going up high in the fretboard while you're slapping or anything. Actually, the heel of your hand kind of gets stuck in this thick contour here. Yeah, it's not a deal breaker, you can get used to it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And if you notice, actually the bass doesn't have a comfort carve here, and it does not have a belly carve either. But it feels good. I mean, it actually feels good. It might press into your chest a little bit if you play high up like I do. But apart from that, I don't know. Quite impressed. Yeah. So, in the next video, I'm going to shoot it through the desk, and we'll play a few songs and see how it sounds through the desk. But for this time, for this video, thanks for watching, and at the moment, it's a thumbs up for the Gretch G2220 Electromatic short scale jet bass 2 thing. I'll leave a link in the description. Anyway, you can go check it out. Thanks very much for joining me, and as usual, stay safe, be good, and I hope I don't feel as bad the next time. Catch you later, folks. Bye bye.